All right, going to talk about South Carolina quarterback LaNorris Sellers. Talk about or show and talk about his best throws, best plays from the game against A&M yesterday or this weekend, depending when you are watching this video. So I'll go ahead and let a few plays run. We'll talk about Sellers, and then we'll go back and break down a few of the clips. So LaNorris Sellers, 13-27, 244 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, over 106 yards, or 106 yards on the ground rushing, and a touchdown on the ground. He also had 4 drops, so he technically should have been 17 of 27 according to PFF yesterday. So in the preview game, talked about the keys for Sellers. We talked about having to use his legs, not only on quarterback design runs, but as a going off script, scrambling, which he did a ton yesterday. We saw A&M blitz a lot more than we've seen A&M blitz in the past. They blitzed 48% of LaNorris Sellers' dropbacks, and Sellers was able to go 8 of 14 for $179 and 2 touchdowns. So a lot of a lot will be made of his legs and avoiding the scramble or avoiding the pressure. But he did really good throwing the ball when they blitz, which we saw right here in this touchdown throw, and we'll see in a few more throws. He was also, he also had 108 yards off play action and 2 touchdowns. Another kind of interesting stat, they only had 3 completions where the ball was thrown 10 yards or more downfield. But at the same time, they did try to take some shots, which I thought was a good game plan, especially early on in the game, especially the opening drive, the first play of the game, they tried to take a deep shot. But they only completed 3 completions where the ball was thrown 10 yards or more in the air. So I thought that was even though they didn't have those big deep shots, they had explosive runs like this one here, and they were able to kind of not dink and dunk, but be efficient passing the ball. So overall, great game by Sellers. No picks, utilized his legs, was able to do good against the blitz, and find a way to win. Now, of course, this was a huge team win. We'll go ahead and start here. This is a huge team win. Great job by defense, great job by Sanders running the ball as well. But let's just talk about the quarterback position, because we're just a big quarterback hub. So here's I think the best play of the game, or maybe not the best play of the game, but the one I want to start with, because this play here is what got South Carolina to have a comfortable win or comfortable lead here, get up by 17 points with 3 minutes left in the game. We saw several of these type of plays with Sellers kind of rolling out here, dumping the ball off and letting his playmakers do the rest of the work. Simon, he had, I think, 2 touchdowns in this game, right? So this was the biggest touchdown of the game because it got you up by 17. And then you start seeing the fans from South Carolina start creeping down towards the fence, creeping down towards the field to rush the field here. And we have a lot of South Carolina fans that watch the channel, so congratulations. This is a big win. Also have some A&M fans that watch the channel, so sorry about the loss, but big-time win for South Carolina. So congrats to y'all. Okay, here's a 2nd and 6. This is probably my favorite throw of the game because of the situation. It was 2017. A&M just took the lead to get it by 3 points after South Carolina jumped out to a big lead here. So you're kind of thinking, okay, same thing's going to happen here. We get a big lead, and then the top ranked team or the higher ranked team is coming back to take the lead. So I thought this was a big throw. This was a good drive to tie it up before half, to get a field goal before half. So 2nd and 6, we're blitzing here, or A&M's blitzing here. And Sellers does a good job delivering the ball exactly where it should go. So as a quarterback, you're always taught wherever the blitzer is coming from, that's where you want to throw the ball to. That's where the open space is. So I hate that this receiver got hurt on this play. I hope he's okay. But it's a good job by Sellers throwing the ball to where the blitzer is coming from here. Again, Sellers was 8 of 14. Watch it one more time. 8 of 14 versus the blitz for $179. So out of his 244 yards passing, 179 yards came against the blitz. Again, A&M blitz 48% of Sellers' dropbacks, and both his touchdowns were off the blitz. So good example there. So those are my 2 favorite plays, right? Number 1, because the first play got you up by 17. Number 2, I thought it was a great play during the situation of the game to lead you to get a field goal before half. So here's the first drive of the game. 2nd play of the game. This was after Sellers had that deep shot here that they didn't hit on, and this was Sellers breaking the tackle. Again, A&M only brings 3, then they have a blitzer coming, so they bring 4, but I think they had 3 down linemen on this play. He breaks the tackle, able to scramble, and we talked about this being one of the main keys to win because we figured A&M was going to be able to get pressure, and they did, but Sellers was able to avoid. Did A&M even have a sack? I don't believe A&M even had a sack. I think the first sack in the game came at the very end of the game from South Carolina against Reed. But great job here to get you going. Get a good play, throwing it downfield on the run. And this eventually led to a Sellers touchdown run, which we're going to see here in a second. All right, let's go ahead and watch Sellers' first touchdown throw. So 2nd touchdown of the game, first touchdown throw, and we're going to see it's off play action. which both of his touchdowns are off play action, 108 yards off play action. It's also against the blitz. So they combine play action against the blitz, and it's a really good design play here. Is this where the tight end comes from? Let's see, where's the tight end? Yeah, okay, he slips out through here. But you can see A&M blitzes. It's a play action, a little half roll. I apologize. It's a good throw by Sellers for the touchdown here. Again, off play action. Both his touchdowns are off play action. Good against the blitz. But what I like about this is thrown with pressure in his face. So I know the tight end does get open. I get it. But it's a tougher throw than maybe what appears on TV. Look, you got pressure in the face. You got two guys in your face, taking a hit here, delivering the ball downfield, and still making it a catchable ball for your open receiver. So this puts you up 14-0. Then A&M had their comeback, and then the Gamecocks were able to respond in the second half. So again, that was one of the completions. I think we've seen all the completions so far where the ball was thrown 10 yards or more in the air. Again, just 3. So here's the first touchdown run by Sellers. Again, we talked about Sellers as a scrambler going off script, but they also had some quarterback design runs, and they caught A&M in good positions here, or in bad positions for them, but good for South Carolina. So here's the first touchdown run from LaNorris Sellers. Again, over 100 or 106 yards on the ground. Here, we're going to watch 2 more plays. And if you remember, I think it was the second drive, maybe the first, one of the early drives in the game where Sellers slid. You can obviously tell he's being coached to slide, not take a hit, which I get. In college and in high school both, but college, as quarterbacks, we were taught, hey, don't take a hit, slide. Not that I was very successful. I was actually very bad in college, but it always messed with me as a runner because when they preach slide, it kind of messed with you. So that's when he slid too early that one time. This time he did not slide. He put his head down, trucked the A&M defender, ends up getting a first down here. This was a huge play. 3rd and 8. I think they got a field goal there, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Yeah, but anyways, so as a quarterback, whenever you're coached to slide, sometimes that can get in your head. You can slide too early. So that was a good play there by Sellers, putting his head down, which you don't want to see often, but it always fires you up when you see your quarterback do that. So here's the 1st and 10. This was early in the second half. This was LaNorris Sellers scrambling here. Actually, good job by the offensive line, but he scrambles, picks up, I think, 9 yards here. Then a few plays after this is when Sanders busted it for, I believe it was Sanders, right? Someone can correct me, but whenever South Carolina had that long run for a touchdown early in the first or second half. So this scramble helped lead to that touchdown run. In the last clip here, this was before the touchdown throw that got them up by 17. This was actually very similar to the exact same play. Quick rollout, play action, dump off to your tight end, Simon, I believe, right? Am I pronouncing that right? I usually have multiple games on with it on mute, so correct me if I'm not pronouncing it right. But good little dump off throw again, off play action. I think that was against the blitz as well. Let's see. They blitz here. Yeah, they do, right? So blitz, play action. Again, we're seeing Sellers having all these throws were against the blitz and off play action for the most part here. So South Carolina fans, I want to hear from you, though. Let me know your thoughts of Sellers' performance. This was his best game of the year so far, right? Maybe he had a few other games that had higher statistics, maybe, if I remember correctly. Maybe Kentucky, I'm not sure. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about LaNorris Sellers' game. You can let me know about anything if you want, but we're just a big quarterback hub, so let me know how you thought Sellers played against A&M. And as always, if you like this type of SEC quarterback content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It does help. Like the video, share, all that fun stuff. Helps us grow. Keep following us along. We'll see you next time. Peace.